Morning guys, from Hong Kong in my study, 747 t-shirt, working there. Okay, so the question, where do I start if I want to become a pilot? Just like you start anything else, you guys have done research, I presume you have, on universities that you may want to go to as you approach the end of your high school. Well, it's the same with aviation. I don't see what the difference is. The only difference is people don't want to do the research and go online and find out information. So I'll show you here. I'm in my study in Hong Kong. That's my 747 as usual. So I'm coming down to my computer here, having my coffee, Boeing mug, coffee. I'm on my laptop. And what I use is Firefox. I don't normally use Google. So Firefox, I typed in the search engine, Flight Schools Europe, and this is what came up. Came up to flight schools in Europe and best aviation schools. So I went to best, I clicked on that, and that took me to this page, which I've already opened the tab. So it came up to this bestaviation.net, came flight schools in Europe. And if I scroll down on there, you can see it gives you all the flight schools that are available in Europe. Stockholm, for example, Spotlight, Aviation Center, Lot Aviation Academy, Skies Airline Training, Skies Aviation Academy, Fly for Fun, One Air Aviation, and a lot of them they're all obviously all EASA approved, and so on. In Barcelona, good flight schools there. There's some in the Czech Republic, so that's what I did. And then I went on to the next, I clicked on the next one there, and it said best aviation schools in the United States. So I clicked on that, and it took me to here, and it gives you flight schools in the United States. And then I clicked on best aviation schools in Africa there, and I opened up that tab, and it came up flight schools in South Africa, and there's several other schools. It shows you the ones in Ethiopia, in Port Alfred in South Africa. It shows the ones in in West Africa, there's schools there, and so on. So that's what I mean. You guys really need to do your research and find out exactly what schools suit you and where you want to go. They've got the fees there, they've got the programs they offer, the licenses that you can get, and all that kind of stuff. So that's where you start. But it should have started, the seed should have been planted ages ago, where you wanted to be a pilot. Don't sort of finish high school and say, what shall I do now? Okay, let me try and be a pilot. It doesn't work like that. You should have had that seed already. So while you're at high school, you should be reading magazines on aviation. There's so many magazines on aviation, Flight, Flyer, Pilot, Professional Pilot magazine. They're all available in the newsagents, in the magazine stores, bookstores. Go there, keep your hand in aviation. Start to get to know what's going on in the aviation world. So that's what you need to do. You can't just pitch up at a flight school and say, yeah, tell me about airplanes. You should know what's going on in your local area. Is there a flying club? Do you see airplanes flying around? Why don't you look up every time an airplane flies overhead? Because that's what pilots do, that people that want to fly. There's not a single time that I'm walking or driving that an airplane goes by that I don't look up, see what it is, and so on. It's in the blood. That's where you need to be. So that's where you start.